feel like I should do like a cinema intro, like in a world where games cost £80. Yeah, this is a video that's basically going to give you a bunch of the best free-to-play games for your Nintendo Switch 1 or 2. And the reason we're updating it is because a lot of them have actually been removed or completely erased, no longer supported, or they just don't have a community. But these are the absolute best as it stands 2025.
Yeah, I don't play free-to-play games ever. So I'm going to be a bit of a passenger in this one, but at the same time, I'm quite intrigued to hear about them. So which are the best free-to-play games on the Switch 1 or 2, if you like? Let's find out.
Let's kick off then with Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch 2, and you will notice that this piece of audio is ever so slightly different, by the way, because I've added this in afterwards because, well, it's been released now, and the Switch 2 edition is pretty damn good. It's already received 3 patches as well since it came out, but it runs at 60 frames per second, a much higher resolution, and we've got a whole video of it, so if you want to go check that out, we can pop links down in the description. But overall, it's pretty impressive actually. It works really well. It runs so much better than it did originally, and it's nice because it feels like a proper version of the game. The experience has changed quite heavily since I very first played it. It does support the Nintendo Switch control schemes that you'd expect, things like mouse mode, but realistically I just found gyro to be the best. It works so much better now that the game's actually smooth. So that's Apex Legends, go check it out. Palia, you say that, I say this. It's a farm sim life game, a bit like Stardew Valley, but in 3D. This was interesting because the initial launch on Switch was like a beta, basically a big test. And then it gradually improved. How it works is you can have your own farmstead, and then you can invite your mate over to help you out, or not, if it's your daughter who's just going to go running off in the trees. And then you go into this shared hub town, which I like. I really like that idea because the things with sim life games is, yeah, you can go like, I don't know, romance Miss Goggins, but it's not a real person, you know, it's no real person. I like having a conversation with someone. I'm not saying I'm going to go off romancing these people, by the way.
Okay.
So it doesn't,
wondering where you are.
Yeah, it just doesn't get super creepy.
Yeah.
I just like having real people that are doing the same toils as me in the world. Yeah. You know, I guess that's the MMO aspect of it.
Right.
And Palia's doing well. It runs a lot better on Switch 2. Did give this one a go, actually. It was going to be in one of the lists.
Because I don't know much about free-to-play games, what's the purchasing side of it? Is there one?
Honestly, I never do, like, I don't make payments in these games ever.
So all of these games can be played perfectly fine without paying a penny?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And like you, I just wouldn't play it if I had to do any of that. It's just no thanks, not at all.
No, nice. That's good to know, yeah, okay.
Next up, you've got Overwatch 2. We all know Overwatch, and we finally got the sequel on Switch. This has almost replaced Paladins. Paladins was a really good game.
That's one I have played, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play a bit of Paladins and enjoyed what I played of it, yeah.
Not anymore, you weren't?
No, not on there anymore.
No.
Gone.
And that's a problem with free-to-play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the model, if it doesn't make the money that they need, eventually it's going to get pulled.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you could say that about any game, I guess, but it seems more so the case because as we go through this list, I'll talk about some that just don't exist anymore.
Right, okay.
But yeah. Overwatch 2 is a good game. If you can get a good group together, each character has, or class I should say, is fundamental if you want to be a successful team. Fast-paced, good games, enjoy these. I'm not very good at Overwatch, I must admit. I was much better at Paladins.
Right.
Then we've got Guardian Tales. Do you remember this? We have a dedicated video for this.
Refresh my memory.
It's like a top-down, almost like Zelda-like. It basically is like a multiplayer Zelda game.
Yeah, I do remember it. It's like a chibi Zelda, isn't it? Yeah, I do remember it.
But it was really solid. Like the actual mechanics were good. The dungeons were really, really enjoyable. And I think, yeah, we got the kind of dedicated nod on this one. We were like, oh, here we go. Like, what's this going to be? We played it and we're like, actually, yeah, we're happy to do that. It's quality.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got a problem with free-to-play games. It's just not a model I would ever choose. You know, I mean, my kids play games on their, almost my daughter rather plays games on her phone and that. I've just never seen the appeal of having to wait for something or pay money to this. I'd rather just pay a full whack and know what I'm getting. But that's not to say there aren't some very good ones.
Yeah.
And I do remember this one now you've mentioned it. And yeah, this was very, very good actually. And it's got a very good score as well on like places like Metacritic, hasn't it?
It really has, yeah. I think it's like 8.9 user score. Cracking game. Now, I have to mention Lego Fortnite, just Fortnite in general. Fortnite for Switch 2 runs like gloriously. If you're a Fortnite fan, which I am not, I'm afraid, you're looking at 120 frames per second, like 4K on the TV, mouse mode, so aiming is stupidly easy. Like, it's going to be the easiest way to play it if you're good at it. I'm not, as we say. But I do like the Lego Fortnite. which is, I don't know, half of the same package. You can download it completely free, and you get like this Lego Minecraft world. It's really good. It's like good fun.
Yeah, they've done on the Lego side, they've started pushing it. They've brought a few sets out, Fortnite related or Fortnite based. The first few they did were more bigger models. There was like a big brick built, was his name Peelybone or something?
Yeah, maybe.
But then they've started bringing ones out with actual little figures in, like the bus with the figures in and whatnot. So they're clearly, it's a collaboration for a while. It's not going away, you know?
Well, yeah, that's good. And that means hopefully support this, you know, this side gets supported for quite some time. But worth checking out. My kids have played the Lego Fortnite side. My son does like Fortnite, but he's gone off it, which I'm really pleased about. He's playing proper games. He loves that fast fusion game.
Yeah, we spoke about that in another list, didn't we?
Then you've got Trove. Trove has been out for a long time on Switch. This is, I guess, the closest we'll get to Minecraft for free and with the online functionality. Another one that we did a dedicated video for way back when it came out. And go watch that video, I would say. I haven't played it in so long. What is Pokemon Unite, Glen? This isn't one I've actually played. I've got to be honest, it's not one I played a huge amount of at all. One of my kids tried it, wasn't overly infused by what they found. But I think originally it was, you know, like almost a top-down perspective Pokemon game with those online aspects. And then as the years have gone on, based on the reviews that we've looked at, it looks like it's kind of been buried under lots of gacha systems and monetization. So I think this one maybe could be more of like a cautious, this is what is there. Go read some reviews before you go jumping and wasting your time.
Fair enough, yeah. When you first said it, I was thinking of, there was a game on the 3DS, a free-to-play Pokemon game, where you played as little like wind-up mechanical toys or Pokemon characters and had to battle and whatnot. I thought it was that one, but no, it isn't. So yeah, as Mark said, possibly one that's been a bit too convoluted.
Yeah, they've got money hungry by the looks of it.
Yeah, possibly. So just do a little bit digging first.
Yeah. Fall Guys was probably one of the most recent free-to-play games that we had come to the Switch. This is really good. It reminds me of Takeshi's Castle, you know, back in the day. You had this ridiculous game show where they'd chuck a bunch of people into these obstacle courses. Later became things like Ninja Warrior, but yeah, really ridiculous. Loads of you start trying to get to the end of the stages. Really fun, enjoyable game actually. But for short bursts, you're not going to be, you know, you're going to be spending ages on these, but another way you don't have to spend any money. And I like that for what it offers. You've got Warframe that we've mentioned. This does have cross-save support as well, so if you have it on any of the other platforms, you can carry on your game. But I've been playing this with my son and we've been having a good time. It's a third-person action game. You got weapons in there like guns and shotguns. You can aim them with gyro, but you've also got like katanas and stuff. These games I do like. If you play things like Destiny in the past, you'll understand they can, I don't know, they can get away from you almost. It can feel like when you enter them. We were talking about this the other day, but in this instance, I felt like there were enough new players in the world that I didn't feel like, oh, it's pointless carrying on, you know?
Yeah, it's important, isn't it, in any sort of game really, that if it's got a strong online presence, whether it's a free-to-play game or not, that they find a way of filtering those that are inexperienced together, pushing them together so that you still feel like you've got a chance.
Then we got Vigor. Now, Vigor was one that the developer reached out to us after they'd patched up and improved the game. And it was in a reasonable state on Switch 1. Performance was never great, has to be said. So I think this would be more of a recommendation for Switch 2. However, all of these things really depend on the community. But the actual game for Vigor was really cool. You had like this little, like a lodge in the countryside, and you could improve your lodge and build better things there. But they also had like a little training area. So you practiced your new gun. And you went out on these runs that had all the players drop in at the same time, and you had to like collect up gear, scavenge, loot places, and then get out before something happened or before you got shot by one of the other players. And that mechanic was really excellent, really good. There were a couple of things that you could pay for, and they were only really related to the amount of reward you'd get. So you could like pay for these booster packs that would then improve the loot for everyone, which, you know, I'm all right with that. That's fine. Or you could completely ignore it, you know, go in with your little Swiss Army knife and try and take out a few players and take their good gear. So you really didn't have to do that stuff. And it was good. I did enjoy it. The last one in this style on our playlist, and maybe a little bit different, is Star Wars Hunters. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I think you reviewed this one. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's basically class-based, like arena fighter shoot a bit of a hybrid because obviously you can have your Jedi with their special powers and stuff, but it's a bit more like the Paladins and the Overwatch games that we spoke about before.
Right, yeah.
That's what they're going for, you know. You'll have like 4v4, someone will be a Wookiee, someone will be a, I don't know all the names, and I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. And you have to use your abilities well to be able to win. You can't go storming off on your own unless you're an absolute beast. But it's very skill-based, which I liked. Like one class is a sniper, and when you really got to grips with that gyro, you can absolutely dominate. Good game, way too much like visual advertising.
Yeah, I remember you saying this now. Yeah, which again, it's free to play. Fair enough. We do get it. They want to make their money somehow, otherwise it gets pulled, you said. But it doesn't have to smash you over the head every few minutes, does it?
It is so much like that. You know, every time you're in the menus, your eyes are stinging.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And it could be a lot better, in my opinion, without it. So, do you know what? Like you get with Netflix, I'd rather pay to have no ads.
Yeah. That could be one way they actually make some money, couldn't it?
Exactly.
By doing that, yeah.
Tetris 99, is that still about?
I believe so, yeah. With this one, the idea being that you're competing against others across the world, and you need to be the last person standing. It's a really clever idea for Tetris.
It really is. And one more in the 99 series then, we've got F-Zero 99.
Yeah, very similar concept of racing against others from around the world and trying to be the last one standing. And perhaps even a better fit than Tetris this time, obviously being a race, harkens back to the original F-Zero on the Super Nintendo in terms of its playstyle and its visual look. Very good game, really well worth playing.
The last game is Asphalt 9, which is a really decent racing game, actually. Yes, it's been on mobile, like it's free to play, but it's actually a decent racing game. So if you want a racer, Asphalt 9 still going strong. Lovely. Let us know ones that you've been playing there. I know there are some that we haven't talked about, things like Skyforge and a couple of others that I just haven't kept up to date with. Let us know if they're still going strong and if they're worth checking out. Thank you to our Patreons and members, all of you that enjoy the content. If you want to save money on your eShop credit, or you want to buy some eShop credit, head over to SwitchUp.gg where you get 5% in cash back. For all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya.